mercy but released. DMK Chief Karunanidhi goes a step further, asks Prime Minister Sonia Gandhi to release the 3 death row convicts in the Rajiv assassination case. Anti-nuke brigade leaves for the capital to voice their concerns to Prime Minister over the nuclear plant. They warn of a statewide stir on Sunday if the plant isn't halted. The Chennai police issues a stern warning to cyber cafes in the city to either follow the security protocol.
Can be taken, they can be even remanded.
Well, another accident at a cracker unit, this time in Sivakasi. 4 workers are injured and 2 of them are critical. 11 lakh rupees is peanuts to crisis cross on expanded cities. While campaigning the candidates from mainstream parties, they demand a hike in the expenditure limit. Tries 100 SMSs a day is fraught with loopholes uncovered by an NDTV Hindu investigation. Pesky telemarketeers sail around tries regulations to bombard your inbox. And as the world comes to terms with the death of the man who made Apple a household name and product,
yesterday was the launch and today he dies. And it's such a sort of an irony as well as an, it's a very touching moment actually.
A very good evening and welcome to News Tonight with me, Dipti Kumar. Now let's take a look at the top stories making headlines this Thursday evening. The alleged custodial death row in Srinagar snowballs. Farooq Abdullah says they have nothing to hide. The wife of jailed anti-Modi cop Sanjeev Bhatt writes at the Home Ministry again, says her husband is being treated like a terrorist in jail. Party work and his hospital came in the way of his marriage. Imran Khan admits to NDTV. And on a lighter note in the bulletin, a traditional Dasra celebration across the country. Well, top of the hour, DMK patriarch M. Karunanidhi has asked the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and Congress President Sonia Gandhi to make efforts to release the 3 convicts in the death row in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. Now, in a statement released today, Mr. Karunanidhi said they've spent 20 years in jail. The state government is not passing a cabinet resolution. Now, last month, the Tamil Nadu Assembly adopted a unanimous resolution urging President Patil to reconsider the mercy petitions. Now, the resolution was moved by the Chief Minister Jayalalitha. The Chief Minister was prompted to change her stand by the open support for the assassins case stated by her arch-rival, Mr. Karunanidhi. Now, Mr. Karunanidhi also said that had a young leader, Rajiv Gandhi, been alive today, that nobleman would have definitely come forward to save the lives of Santan, Perarivelan and Murugan, responding to the voice of the true Tamils. Now, the DMK chief noted that the convicts have spent 20 years in jail. Well, moving on, a 10-member anti-Kundukulam nuclear plant project team have gone to Delhi to meet with the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh tomorrow. Now, they have demanded for scrapping the project. Now, the anti-power plant team has prepared a memorandum to be submitted to the Prime Minister. Now, they've said that their memorandum has categorically demanded scrapping of the power project as it is unsafe and uneconomical. Now, the Nuclear Power Corporation of India, or NPCIL in short, is building 2,000 megawatt capacity nuclear power reactors with Russian technology and equipment in Kundukulam in Tirunelveli district, about 650 kilometers from the city of Chennai. Now, the first unit is expected to go on stream this December. Now, opposing the nuclear power plant, 125 people went on an indefinite fast last month, and several thousands visited the protest site in Indanakari near Kundukulam on September 22nd as well. The Tamil Nadu government have formally asked the Minister, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, and the central government to halt the work at the upcoming power projects till the local fears over the reactor safety were allayed. Well, moving on now, J.K. Tripathi is not the first police commissioner to sensitize the owners of internet parlors in Chennai on the need to follow basic precautions and to alert the cops if they suspected any customer. Earlier this week, the city's top brass convened a meeting with representatives of internet centers, and hardly 24 hours later, a reality check by our crime correspondent was quite alarming. Now, many of these browsing centers are just not following the most basic guidelines. Take a look.
Basic thing what they have been told is that they should know their customers, so that if their IP address is found in any crime, we must track down the accused.
Sound advice that we decided to test. It's 10 in the morning and I walked into an internet cafe in Triplicane. I entered my name as Michael Jackson in the log register. The manager did not demand any ID proof or even care to read the celebrity name. System number 8 was allotted to me. It's a closed cabin. Nobody could peep into my system. I created a Gmail account with a duplicate name and could have easily sent a mail threatening a VIP or a bomb hoax. I paid 10 rupees and got out of the browsing center. Would they be able to identify me later? No way. The net cafe was not under CCTV surveillance. On Tuesday, the Central Crime Branch of the Chennai Police convened a meeting with the internet cafe owners in the city. Over 800 cafe owners participated. They were asked to collect ID proof of customers, install web cameras, not to have closed cabins, and to submit the details of log register to the local police station on the 5th of every month. Clearly, this warning has had no effect. A wake-up call to the 1200 odd licensed internet centers in Chennai. Otherwise, there could be serious trouble brewing not just for these browsing centers, but for the cops, and indeed all of us. In Chennai, Salim for NDTV Hindu.
Well, hours after NDTV Hindu had carried that story revealing the gaping holes in the security apparatus, the top police officials were quick to react and have assured of stern action.
Actually, under the IT Act 2005 as well as the IPC, we can really rope them in for various sets of sections depending on what kind of offence has taken place. But besides that, it is the responsibility of the these cafe owners. This is not we are not dealing with a section which would not understand law. This is this is an educated class which has opened the centers. This is an educated class which comes to the centers. So there has to be some kind of citizen participation also, which I think is lacking. Enforcement point of view, of course, we can if there are thousands cafes, we can start really taking action. I think COP has issued guidelines yesterday and has warned that we'll start taking action. But again, as I said, it is also citizens to report, citizens to ask, demand that they identity be taken to the centers, and the center owners' responsibility also. Sections, there are many, and depending on the gravity of the situation, actions can be taken. They can be even remanded.
Well, moving on to some other news now. A few weeks off for Diwali, but the fireworks production units are facing the heat quite literally. Now, 4 people were injured at a fire unit in Sivakasi. 2 are in a critical condition. The reports are suggesting that it was due to friction that led to the accident. Well, the Chennai police are gearing up to face the much-awaited local body elections that is scheduled for the 17th of this month. Now, Chennai's Additional Commissioner of Police Law and Order, Thamaraikannan, chaired a closed-door meeting with the Joint and Deputy Commissioners in the city that lasted for over 4 hours. Now, on the day of the elections, the state will see over 18,000 policemen who will be on bandobast duty to ensure a peaceful conduct during the polls.
We'll be preparing a scheme now. So based on that, we'll be the bandobast for on the polling day, pre-polling and the post-polling, plus for the counting, how to go about it. We have given some basic guidelines on which we are working, and maybe in a day or two we will be ready with our security scheme. We are requesting from maybe our Tamil Nadu special police companies that I think we are yet to get the actual number. So after that, somewhere around it will be some 18 to 20,000 will be on bandobast. That is the preliminary stage. But we'll have to get it approved by our commissioner, and only then we'll finalize on the exact number.
Well, moving on to the custodial death of 34-year-old Muthu who had died over the weekend. Now, the family of Muthu who now allege he could have been beaten to death inside the lockup on Saturday, the day he had died. Now, the judicial magistrate has begun a probe into the case. The deceased Muthu, who had hailed from Kadalur, was picked up from his house at Virungambakam in the early hours of Saturday, a day after his suspected accomplice Shahul Hamid was arrested in connection with the theft of 25 sovereigns of gold jewels and 12,000 rupees from a lodge at Vadapalani. Now, the police claimed that Hamid and Muthu had confessed to the crime and that Muthu had led them to a pawnbroker and on the way had tried to flee from custody but was then apprehended. He then complained of chest pain and was taken to a private hospital at Vadapalani where he succumbed to the pain. Now, a magistrate at the Egmore court inspected Muthu's body on Sunday at the hospital, and now the relatives of the victims are also being interrogated. Well, moving on now, here's a mobile problem that has many reeling under. Now, if you had heat a huge sigh of relief after the Telecom Regulatory Authority's recent cap on SMSs up to only 100 a day from a single connection, you may soon be interrupted by those exasperating beeps again. Now, that's because there are ways to get around TRAI's cap. Our reporter Sudarshan Kumar tracked down many bulk SMS solution providers which help in sending even 1,00,000 SMSs a day.
September 27, 2011, Telecom Regulatory Authority laid down a new guideline for cell phone users. One can send a maximum of 100 SMSs a day. 10 days on, this is what NDTV Hindu found.
We are having one crore opportunity database number. Suppose for real estate customer knew the advertisement, our SMS is sent to the 1 lakh numbers.
You will send that to that 1 lakh. So for that, it's nothing like that. For that, you can send as many SMSs as possible. For that, it's not stopped.
Did you hear that? You can send as many SMSs as you want. Hear it again.
Our SMS is sent to the 1 lakh numbers. Our SMS is sent to the 1 lakh numbers.
Here's the catch. TRAI has only put a cap on offline SMSs, not the online text messages.
TRAI, you might be knowing. Okay, Telecom Regulatory Authority. They have stopped it.
Stopping only offline SMS only. We are doing only online SMS.
This is the difference between the two versions. Messages sent directly from one mobile to another mobile. Messages sent from one mobile to another mobile through the internet.
Online, I can send as many as possible. So online, how I can send it? How can I use? See, whatever SMSs we send the mobile, it's offline. Okay. So
Online also the same procedure, but using the net connector.
Net connect. So is it? So if in my mobile there is no net, then also I can send online SMSs.
You have PC or laptop, net connection, you can send.
So how will I connect my mobile to my laptop? How will it be connected?
Not a connection, sir. Then we having a username password ID.
Yeah.
You send your number.
So you will send that SMS to that number, and automatically it will come to my mobile.
A few years ago, the Telecom Department introduced the DNC or Do Not Call registry. But there was and still is no mechanism to deal with unregistered telemarketers. Most customers who signed up for this service, hoping to be spared of those irritating interruptions during their meetings or even that rare afternoon nap, were in for a big disappointment. DNC turned out to be quite a joke. The real beneficiaries of these online SMS solutions are banks, internet job portals, security services, telemarketing firms, and other business ventures. The real victims continue to be the hapless customers. So is this new measure TRAI's second joke? In Chennai with Sudarshan, Natasha Doraiswamy for NDTV Hindu.
Surely food for thought, wouldn't you say? Time to take a quick break here on the bulletin, but on the other side, 100 meters of eggless, chocolate-layered goodness. For a cause, of course. More on that when we come back.